You're the kind of soul people never forget. No matter how long it's been, no matter how far they've gone, your presence lingers like a sacred whisper in the hearts of those who once touched your spirit. And someone who hurt you in the past is now finally paying for it. Michael the Archangel says, you were led here today for a reason. It's not a mistake. Heaven has been keeping an eye on things, and today something is changing, something very big. But before we start, please pay close attention. The Archangel Michael asked God to do something special for you. People who read this message should not skip it, even if they only feel a spark. It's a soul contract, one that was buried a long time ago is now being dug up. Your guardian angel will tell you something in the middle of this message that you weren't supposed to know until now. Something hidden that changes everything. Please read every word, even the ones that feel too heavy, even the ones that are silent. Close your eyes for a second. Take deep breaths. Think about hearing the person's name over and over in your head. You've learned to live with that deep pain. So feel it. It's true. It is holy. But today, it's going to be changed because the person who ghosted you broke your trust and left without giving a reason has been haunted. Not just by guilt, but also by signs from God. Michael the Archangel says that this person has tried to move on. They have tried to forget about you. They've laughed in public and cried behind closed doors. They've said things to you again that they never said. In their dreams, they saw your name. They saw the picture of you when you weren't looking. Worst of all, they found out too late that you were the miracle they never deserved. Here's the surprise ending you didn't see coming. They're coming back. Yes, the person who lied to you, but not to make things right. Not to keep the peace. They're coming because they think there's still a chance. Michael warns you though that they haven't told you everything. They don't want you to know this. There is something hidden beneath the silence and fake apologies. You will believe the act instead of the truth if you don't see this now. You will see this person in a whole new way. After reading the next few paragraphs, Michael says, open this message with your soul, not just your eyes. The people in heaven sent this message to you at just the right time right now. Yes, your name is being checked right now. They have their fingers on a message they don't want to send, but their energy is already moving toward you. Once the door is open, you can't stay out of the way of what comes in. Please don't skip because at 3:17 a.m. this person cried last night. A deep quiet cry. Heaven saw it, but no one else did. And Michael the Archangel did. He also says that was the first time they told him they were wrong about you. You did a great thing. They were too broken to hold it. What if I told you there was more? This person isn't just here to say sorry. They're coming with a secret. They've always been afraid to share. A confession. A secret. Michael says that this secret could either fix what's broken or destroy all the illusions you've had. So, this message needs to be sent right away because their return might seem like a dream if you don't know the whole story. However, it could very well be a well-thought-out trap. This is Michael's soft voice. You have always been a light in my life, my love. There was no end to your prayers for their peace after they left. Now though, you need to pray for peace because I know what they've done behind closed doors. It was someone who told them to leave you in a whisper. I've seen the pain they've been through since then. They need help badly, not just for you, though. They want to forget what they did very badly. To be loved again the way you loved them. Even if it means lying, Michael says they'll do anything to get back in. That can't happen. Not now. Not to you, dear. Take a break now. You're not just reading a message. So, let your spirit know this. You are being told this. You are getting ready. You're being held by something much stronger than betrayal. You are being watched over by Archangel Michael. He says, if you truly want peace, you must know everything, even the things that hurt, even the reasons why they left when you needed them the most. And now the truth is coming. This person had help. Yes. Someone close to them influenced the betrayal. A jealous voice, a shadowed heart. They convinced your person that you were too much, too spiritual, too intense, too real. And instead of fighting for you, they chose the easier path. They left. And now that person, the one who twisted the truth, is gone. And your person, they're finally waking up. But this awakening came at a cost. Archangel Michael reveals that something happened recently that broke them open. A loss, a failure, a mirror, something that brought them to their knees and made them remember the one person who never left their side emotionally, you. And now they want to come back. But Michael says, not so fast, because the test isn't about their apology. It's about your discernment. Will you welcome them in without seeing what's still buried? Or will you listen with your soul and wait for heaven's green light? Beloved, Archangel Michael begs you, don't skip this moment because in the next 3 days, signs will appear. You'll hear their name. You'll see their initials. You might even get a random message. But more than that, you'll feel a pull in your chest, a strange feeling of something's about to happen. That's your confirmation. And now, here's the part they didn't want you to know. There is still something they're hiding. Something that could change how you see them forever. And Michael says if you accept them without knowing this, you may find yourself hurt again. But if you wait just a little longer, he will reveal it to you in a dream, in a sign, in something that cannot be denied. So hold on. Don't rush. Michael says your soul is too valuable to be fooled again. And this time, heaven is fighting for your clarity, not just your comfort. Now listen carefully. If you've made it this far, it means this message was truly meant for you. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose. Join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. You were chosen to receive it. And your next step will determine whether you step into a new timeline of healing or repeat an old cycle of confusion. Archangel Michael says, you deserve more than recycled love. You deserve real, raw, divinely guided connection, and it's coming. And even now, you are not meant to walk through this season alone or search for peace, clarity, and direction without heaven guiding your steps. My child, I see the struggle you have been facing, the stress about finances, the silent worries that stay in your heart, and the moments where you feel uncertain about what comes next. You have been asking for peace, and that answer is already on its way. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear. You are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why a simple system has been placed in front of you. A 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. A path where each day brings you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move ahead. No pressure, no confusion, just steady progress toward peace and stability. If something inside you feels ready, if you are ready to change your situation, take that first step today. This could be the moment your life begins to change. That's why this moment matters. That's why Michael was urgent. That's why you were drawn here today. Because something is shifting, something sacred. But only if you walk with your eyes open. That's why this moment matters. That's why Michael was urgent. That's why you were drawn here today. Because something is shifting, something sacred. And it starts with you saying yes, not to them, but to the truth. If your soul feels to stay alert, pay attention, pray for vision, not just comfort. Because Michael isn't just delivering a warning. He's offering a miracle. A miracle of truth. A miracle of protection. And maybe, just maybe, a miracle of real love. The kind that sees your scars and still chooses you. The kind that never betrays again. Stay close, beloved. The next 48 hours are divine. Michael continues to speak, his voice like a wind brushing gently through the corners of your soul. Beloved, you have always been love's anchor for others. You gave when others took. You stayed when others ran. And now heaven is answering the cries you never spoke aloud. This message was not only sent to protect your heart, but to awaken your eyes. Because what's coming isn't just a return. It's a test. This person, the one who walked away, thinks they can return and pick up where they left off. But Archangel Michael has seen something in their energy, a duality. They miss you, yes, but they also miss how you made them feel. Loved, seen, safe. It was never about you being perfect. It was about you being pure. They remember now. But that memory does not erase what happened. And you must not forget that. Here's what Michael needs you to understand. If they come back and say the right words, your heart may tremble. You may feel the pull. But don't mistake emotions for divine alignment. Ask yourself, are they returning because they've changed or because they can't bear the silence anymore? This is what heaven is showing you. Because in the silence that followed their betrayal, you didn't just survive, you evolved. You became stronger, more intuitive. You started hearing your own voice again. The one that got silenced in the noise of their chaos. And now that your light is brighter than ever, they're being drawn back like a moth to the flame. But Michael warns, beloved, don't dim your light just to make someone else comfortable. He knows how much you've wanted this person to see the truth. He knows how many nights you whispered their name into the air, hoping it would reach them, and it did. But now the question is, will you allow that old version of them back into this new version of you? Because something else is happening behind the scenes. Something they won't admit. Not yet. And here it is. There's another soul watching all of this unfold. A person heaven is preparing for you. Someone who knows what it means to guard a heart like yours. Someone who won't betray it for temporary thrills or shallow validation. And Michael says, the moment you pass this test, the miracle arrives. That's why this person's return feels so urgent, because time is running out. Not for you, but for them. They can feel that they're losing their chance. And heaven knows if they return with lies still hidden. Your blessing cannot be delayed any longer. You've waited long enough. Michael leans in now, his presence warm and clear. I have seen what this person deleted. I have seen the unsent messages, the typed-out confessions they couldn't bring themselves to send. I have seen the way their soul cries out in guilt. But guilt is not the same as growth. And you must know the difference. You deserve the truth, beloved. You deserve the whole truth. And Michael is here to make sure you receive it. In 3 days or less, something will happen. You may feel it as a sudden wave of emotion. A name may pop up unexpectedly. Or a song that once belonged to the two of you may play at the perfect moment. That is not a coincidence. That is your signal, your confirmation. And when it comes, you must pause and ask your heart, is this love or is this memory? Because memory can be a beautiful liar. Michael says the version of you that begged for their return is gone. You no longer need to be chosen. You are the choice. And anyone who cannot see that is not aligned with your miracle. And now with divine timing, your miracle approaches. But first, you must see the situation for what it is. Not what your heart hopes, not what your mind justifies, but what your soul already knows. There is something this person still hasn't told you. And that missing piece, Michael, will reveal it, but only if you ask for it. Speak this now in your heart or out loud. Michael, I allow the truth. Even if it breaks my illusion, even if it changes everything, I choose what's real. The moment you say this, you align yourself with a higher timeline. One where betrayal cannot survive. One where clarity replaces confusion. One where your next relationship is not a karmic loop but a divine appointment. And this new timeline, it is closer than you think. Michael says that someone is watching you right now with admiration. Someone who's seen you rise through pain and hasn't said a word, but they've noticed. They are silent for now, but heaven is guiding them to you. And when they arrive, it won't be confusion. It will be peace. And that peace will feel like coming home. But here's the truth. They can't arrive while your energy is still entangled with the one who broke you. That's why the test is happening now. That's why the message couldn't wait. That's why Michael was pleading to reach you, because everything is about to change. If you accept this message into your heart, Michael says a blessing will begin tonight. It may start as a whisper, a dream, or a sudden knowing, but it will grow. It will guide you. It will unfold exactly as heaven planned. Just don't run back to what hurt you, especially when it's wrapped in apologies. The past may not, but the future is waiting. Beloved, you must choose. And this time, choose yourself. Not out of silence, but reverence. For what's coming next is not just sacred, it's final, beloved. He says again, you've always loved too deeply, too purely, and too honestly. That made them not know what to do. They then left. They are crawling back, not because they are better, but because your light was the only thing that ever made them feel alive. Don't think they want love, though. Michael wants you to pay attention to this. This person still doesn't understand how bad they were. They do miss you, but they haven't really worked on it yet. And you can't tie your spirit or your future to someone who only comes back when they're empty. You've prayed, waited, and cried until midnight, not sure if they even remembered your smile. Heaven saw everything. That's why this message came, not just to make you feel better, but also to warn you. You are about to go through a divine change. And one wrong step back into old pain could put off the miracle that's been going around in your head. Michael is now leaning in. Do not think that this test is a blessing. He states, sometimes the enemy sends what looks like closure just to reopen the wound. But you were born to break that cycle. Let this next part burn into your spirit. This person is not just haunted by your absence. They are being spiritually shaken. They feel sick when they think of what they did. Not out of love, but shame. And Michael says, shame is not the foundation of true reunion. Only love, only truth, and only peace. And beloved, the truth is that you're not with that version of them anymore. But here's the amazing thing. There will be a new kind of love soon. One you don't know. One that you don't have to sell to. Someone who doesn't play games. One who comes at you honestly and never turns around. That new love will start its journey toward you as soon as you say no to this karmic return. This test wrapped in nostalgia. Now Michael has a soft divine smile on his face because you can finally see. There was never going to be a choice for you. You were the answer to a prayer, the treasure that was hidden and the divine reward that someone didn't know how to take. But now I'm taking back that offer and giving it to someone who will never take you for granted. Take that in. This hurt you, but it didn't break you. There was a redirect. Now you're about to enter a love that hasn't been used or fixed but has been born again. Michael says within 7 days you will be shown a vision. It may come in the form of a person, a message, or even a quiet inner knowing. But when it comes you will feel it like fire in your belly, like truth in your blood. And that moment will mark the beginning of your new timeline. But only if you pass the test, only if you say no to what once destroyed you. This is not punishment. This is divine preparation. You've been prepared for a love that doesn't ask you to prove your worth. A connection that meets you in your depth, not your loneliness. So, Michael asks you now, with all the power of heaven behind him, will you trust your growth enough to walk away from what once made you beg for crumbs? Because that person, they're trembling right now. They can feel you slipping from their reach. Not because you're playing games, but because you're rising. And for the first time, they're afraid. But fear does not equal love. And heaven does not bless guilt-based reunions. Archangel Michael says, let them feel the weight of your absence. They will only understand how terrible what they did was when they sit in the silence they made. You, beloved, will rise, too. You're not going to wait for someone to love you the way you deserve everything along. You won't be afraid to be picked again. You have already been picked, crowned, and made ready. And the love that's on the way will show that the wait was worth it. It will heal the parts of you that used to be happy with less. You won't have to beg it. It won't make sense to you. It's not going to lie. You'll understand why this message had to reach you now. When that love comes, which it will, there is no more whispering from Michael. His voice is loud, clear, and filled with divine fire. Keep your peace like it's holy, since it is. And anyone who comes back into your life needs to tell you the truth, not cry, and do something, not say sorry. Don't fall for it. When you look back, the past often seems more beautiful. But your soul remembers what your heart tried to forget. This message is now your shield. Your miracle is very close, even more so than your doubt. So don't move. Do not sleep. Keep your door open because the person who hurt you may come back, but it's up to you to decide whether to answer with old wounds or new knowledge. This time, let your smarts win. Michael stands there now, not angry, but in a way that is like God being still. His wings cover many times and places. His sword doesn't point at punishment. It points at safety. And his eyes, oh, those eyes look right into your soul and tell you one last truth. You're not hurt. You were never hurt. That person wasn't meant to carry your light. So, you held on to them. That's always been the point. Not anger, not sadness, not even making peace. It had to do with revelation. Heaven is ready to do something it has been wanting to do for a long time now that you have it. Let the blessing go. That blessing that was kept from you while your heart was still confused. The blessing that had to be put off while your spirit entertained energy that didn't belong there anymore. For the blessing to come, you have to give up everything from the past, even the parts that still know your name. Michael tells them, the test is almost over, and the miracle is ready to land, but the final choice is up to you. Please listen carefully. They will get in touch with you. They are going to call. They will send a message. They might even cry. They'll say they've changed. They'll say they were scared. They'll say they loved you always. Is love real if it's buried under so many lies? Michael asks. They're not just trying to get back together. They want to get rid of the results. But you, beloved, now you have wisdom. You went through fire and came out with your own wings. You're bigger now. You are better now. You now know that sometimes silence speaks louder than words. Now you need to do what's right. There's no point in coming here to repeat yourself. You're here to break them. You're not the same person you were when you begged for signs. You're the sign. And that person who wants to come back must meet you where you are now, not where they left you. That's their lesson, not yours if they can't. Michael says this so loudly that heaven can hear it. Your miracle doesn't need to say sorry to the past. As soon as you stop trying to fix something that was never whole in the first place, your miracle starts. You are not meant to carry all of your problems by yourself or keep looking for peace, clarity, and direction without having heaven light the way. I can see how much weight you've been carrying, my child. The worries you don't talk about money, the stress, and the nights when your mind won't shut off. People have heard your prayers for peace. You are not supposed to be scared and confused on this journey. You should have faith, be clear, and know what to do every day. That's why a simple path has been set out for you. A 30-day system for faith and money breakthrough. You will be given a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear instructions every day to help you get back in charge. There is nothing too much or too complicated. Just steady small steps that lead to peace and stability. Start today if your heart says it's time. Do not wait any longer. Isn't it hard? The pull of what almost was. The hope that they'll really mean it this time. The pain of love that isn't finished. But unfinished love isn't meant to be your fate. Your destiny is full love. Love between two people. Love that lasts. And it's not just coming. It's getting close. But it won't be able to come in until you let go of what came back out of nothing. Now you have to make a choice with faith, not fear. For every silent prayer you've said and every tear you've shed at 20:13 a.m., God didn't forget about you. He was getting you ready for this. This message makes things clear, and you're now ready. Michael smiles, but his eyes are almost crying. You don't realize how powerful your heart is, he states. Just by healing, you've changed the way time works. Now heaven needs to give you the love you deserve. Last but not least, this person might try to explain that they were lost and didn't know what to do. That they had no choice. They did know though, and they still chose to walk away. That should be enough. That should be the reason you don't answer the door when they lie. Love doesn't knock on both doors. Love comes fully. The person who comes next won't have to explain why they stayed either. You'll know because they'll stay. Not a test or a cycle. There is only peace, divine confirmation, and love that feels like sunlight. Now, beloved, take a deep breath. This message should feel like a holy key in your chest. You now have access to something. The chains are coming apart. The illusion is wearing off. What's left? The truth. Freedom lining up. This message and these words are the sword of your spirit. When the past tries to come back in a different form, use them. When you feel weak, use them. When the pain tries to tell you that crumbs are enough because you're full, use them. You're ready for the party. Archangel Michael will also stand with you at the gate. You won't be able to trick him. When the old pain comes back, he will whisper reminders into your heart. Michael will smile when the real one comes along. The one who knows how valuable you are without having to lose you first. You will have passed the last test and heaven will reward you. You've made it this far, sweetheart. Now, don't go back. Close the door. Start the blessing. The miracle is about to happen. The last word of this divine message is now here. The guardian angel, Michael, is still with you. His light wraps around you like armor. Being with him is like a wall between your past and your future. He's no longer talking quietly. Now, his voice is filled with holy command, and it goes straight into your soul. Listen, dear. The miracle that's been swirling around you for 3 full seasons will finally touch the ground when you fully let go. Not in words, but in your energy. You didn't understand why everything felt stuck. Why the good things didn't come all at once. Why the person who hurt you kept coming back to you in your dreams, in your thoughts, and in your feelings. That wasn't a punishment. It was cleaning up. Michael states, heaven couldn't pour new wine into a cup still holding poison. But now your cup is being emptied and the pouring begins. You've crossed the threshold. Just by reading this far, you've shown heaven that your soul is ready. Ready for truth, ready for love, ready for the kind of peace that doesn't vanish at midnight. Now breathe. Because what Michael is about to say next will activate something deep within you. In the next 72 hours, he says, your spirit will receive a final sign. A flicker, a name, a chance meeting, or a quiet voice saying, don't open that door again. Could all seem like small things, but that's me. That's heaven. That means the gods chose you. You need to promise. Say in your heart that you won't go back to the confusion just because it's nice to be there. To my beloved, the love you've prayed for is already on its way. It's the kind of love that is loyal in silence, honest in presence, and healing in touch. But it won't be as good as your past. Love doesn't come from heaven to beg you to pay attention. God sends love that only knocks once and stays. What will happen next? You let go, not with anger, but with holy freedom. When you are angry, you don't block. You give thanks and let go. You don't want to get even. You choose life after death. You don't stand by the phone and wait. You walk right into your happiness. Here is the last truth that Michael whispers. It sounds a lot like an angel singing a lullaby. The person who lied to you is now learning how much it costs to lose you. That's their storm. You don't have to sit in it just because you loved them before. You are no longer their savior. They don't have a second chance with you. You are not their unfinished story. They will always remember what you taught them. One person is already praying for you to happen, but that's not all. So, beloved, stand tall. Don't jump when you get a message. When the past tries to tell you that things have changed, don't doubt yourself. Michael says you'll know it's a test because you'll feel rushed. It will feel like an emotional rush of time. But the real thing, the love that comes from heaven, will feel like coming home with the truth. When that time comes, your soul will breathe a sigh of relief because it won't want to start over. It will feel like a fresh start. Love alone, no hurt, no lies, no secrets. True, divine, and undeniable love. That's what's the other side of this release from you. And everyone in heaven is already happy because they know you're finally ready. So let the person who hurt you know you're not there. Allow them to see your rise from afar. They should sit back and watch as someone else takes their place because I never meant to forget about you, my love. You should have been fought for. The fight is over now. You got it. It's here. Your miracle. Take it in. Take it. Never ever ever settle for something less than holy again. Michael the Archangel bows. Now, it's not because you're better than him. It's because he sees what God sees in you. A soul that made it through hell without getting angry. A heart that believes in love even after it has been broken. And for that alone, heaven says, it is done. It is yours. The promise has been activated. Now walk into your new timeline. The old door is closed. The new one is glowing. And beyond it, nothing but blessings and love and home. And now, beloved, the silence after the storm has arrived. Can you feel it? That stillness inside your chest. That weight gently lifting off your shoulders. That's not your imagination. That's the spiritual confirmation that you've crossed over. You're no longer the one who waits for answers. You are the one who walks in truth. Archangel Michael stands beside you, silent but powerful, watching as heaven begins to unfold everything you were promised. But only after you finally said, "I let go." Michael is not guarding you from the past anymore. He's leading you into the promise. And oh, what a promise it is. Your life from this moment forward will no longer be about proving your worth to those who couldn't see it. The veil has lifted. The contract has been canceled. You are free spiritually, emotionally, energetically. And the love that's coming, it is nothing like the one you had to beg to stay. It will hold your hand without pulling away. It will speak your name without shame. It will love you without fear. But listen closely, because Archangel Michael is not done. There is one last truth he has been waiting to reveal. One final mystery sealed until this moment. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Q-Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Heaven had to delay your miracle for a reason. Not to punish you, but to protect it from contamination. You were still tangled in soul cords. Cords wrapped around you through promises that were never kept, words that were half true, and touches that only took. Heaven watched you cry over someone who never deserved your prayers. And even then, Michael did not stop protecting you. Even when you begged for that person back, even when you believed you had lost your only chance at love, he never left. Because heaven already saw what you couldn't. That someone better was being prepared. Someone who would never ask you to dim your light so they could shine. Someone who would worship God beside you, not mock the fire inside you. Someone who would never have to lose you in order to realize your worth. Michael says they are closer than you think. They are one divine alignment away. They are waiting on the other side of this decision. That is why you cannot go back. Not now. Not even for a second. Because the moment you do, the door closes again and your blessing steps back. But if you stay on this path, if you protect your peace, if you stay in your healed energy and refuse to entertain the illusion, Michael says your entire future will realign in just 14 days. Your finances, your relationships, your home, your emotional clarity, even your physical health. It will all begin to shift. Not slowly, suddenly. Because heaven does not delay what is divinely claimed. And beloved, you have claimed it. So promise yourself this now. Never again will I beg for love that was mine to begin with. Never again will I open the door to confusion when I was built for clarity. Never again will I settle for silence when my spirit was born to be heard. And never again will I hand my sacred energy to someone who used it to destroy me. Michael is proud of you. God is smiling over you. And your angels are rejoicing because the part of your life you've been praying for, it starts now. This is your confirmation. This is your closure. This is your activation. You are now entering a timeline where no one will ever have the power to break your heart without heaven stepping in. The old you, the one who accepted the bare minimum, is gone. The you that remains unshakable, divinely loved, chosen by heaven. And from this moment forward, anyone who wishes to enter your life will have to come through Michael's sword, not through manipulation. They will have to pass heaven's standard, not your past desperation. So when the message comes, when the call comes, when the apology arrives, smile and say in your spirit, I already received my peace. This chapter is closed. My miracle is calling because it is. And it's not late. It's right on time. Your reward for surviving everything they thought would destroy you. A love that never leaves. A peace that doesn't break. And a future that no longer depends on someone else's permission. You made it, beloved. And this time, heaven is watching you win. And now, beloved, all of heaven exhales with you. You didn't just read a message. You completed a cycle. You didn't just survive heartbreak. You broke a pattern that's been in your bloodline for generations. And Michael, standing tall in the light behind you, places his hand gently on your back. His voice is soft again now, filled with awe. You ended something that was meant to go on forever until you chose to stop it. Because this was never just about one person who hurt you. It was about every soul who ever made you believe love must be earned through pain. Every time you were taught to tolerate the bare minimum. Every time your light was labeled too much. Every time you were punished for feeling too deeply, for asking for consistency, for holding people to standards they weren't ready to meet. You were taught to wait, to hope, to give even while starving. But now you are no longer that version of yourself. You are whole. You are healed. And you are not waiting for love. You are walking in it, not someone else's love, your own. The kind of love that no longer begs to be seen because it shines whether someone looks or not. The kind that no longer asks, am I enough? Because it knows the answer is yes always. The kind that makes miracles inevitable, not just possible. And so here you are at the edge of something sacred. A life where your peace is permanent. A heart that is never again handed to someone who hasn't earned it. A future that flows in alignment, not confusion. And it begins today, right now, with one final spiritual truth. Michael says, this is your confirmation. Your miracle has already begun. In the next 7 days, you will start to see signs that will do more than just make you feel better. They will show you the way. A lot of numbers will show up like 111 or 33. You'll have vivid dreams about places and people you've never met when you think of someone new. You'll want to clean up, get rid of old clothes, and say no without feeling bad about it. That's not just chance. That's your soul getting ready to come home. Because heaven will only deliver when the area is clean. And you, beloved, have cleaned out your whole spirit to make room for what's coming. Now, don't be afraid to wait. People who know they already have the promise of something should wait. The pain has done its job because Michael says, what's meant for you cannot be delayed any longer. We've learned our lesson. The test was passed. The blessing will now come. So let the past come back. You no longer live there. Say sorry when you need to. You can move on without it. Remember to come back. You don't have to sit down. Just bless it and let it go. The next love won't ask you to be small. It won't need to be translated. It will be able to speak your language well. It will be able to see your soul clearly. And it will come to you just as you stop looking for it and start trusting it. This is your call to rise, to let go of the part of you that always waited to be chosen and to fully become the person who makes her own decisions. Michael will always walk with you, but not as a messenger. He will be there to watch. He will watch as the things you beg for come after you. Peace comes to you in the middle of the night, and love tells you you were always the one. You're no longer healing. You're whole. You're no longer chasing. You're in sync. You know for sure now that you're not wondering. As you walk forward, beloved, know that you are confident because you know that the love of your life was never the one who betrayed you. It's the next part of your life. Heaven can't wait to show you what you already have. The wonder has begun. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall. Share your heart. And as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now. Join the family and see your heavens open. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass by you. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.